Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
You boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in yo. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Honor. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin' my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my
be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling plain. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK under Commanding General Hunter. Started out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York in 1969. This is the ISUPK, Nashville, Wednesday night law class. I am priests and officers of Bag Yasharala. And the topic that I'll be talking about tonight, like during these times, you must stand strong. Because right now, World War III is at hand. World War III is at hand. And to give you some insight, since the ISUPK has been established since 1969, we have not been affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group that exists today. We have not been affiliated with Islam. We have not been affiliated with Christianity. We have not been affiliated with Moors, Judaism. If it's not of the truth, then it's nothing. It is not nothing. And my topic tonight, if you've been paying attention to what's going on in the news, with all these wars going on and things of that nature, and the bombings of these other countries, a lot of people think that what they see that is going on over in these other countries is not going to take place here in America. But it is. It's coming to America. No. America has done brainwashed so many of our people till it's not funny. White supremacy has done played a part. White supremacy has done so much. Everywhere that white supremacy has stepped forth on the face of this earth, they have brought chaos. They have brought destruction. They have unalived. They have been robbed. They have been raped. You name it, they have done it. So, and The cries of their violence, the cries of their mischief have been cried up until the Most High. And I don't know how nobody in their right mind that is using common sense cannot sit and say that what is going on in other countries is not coming to America. It's coming to America. You know, they sit and white supremacy or patronize, show you commercials upon commercials, thinking that America is the greatest country that is on the face of the earth. If only they knew the crimes and the destruction, the violence that have been at the hands of white supremacy that is ruling this whole earth, that has been ruling this whole earth. So it's no way that uh, white supremacy is not going to get the reward of their hands. There's no way that you could sit and believe your president, Trump, and think that he is going to make America great again. There's no way. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and First Nation, it is no way that you should put no type of trust or belief in what he is saying. It is no way that you should think that a commercial or a TV show will manipulate you into thinking that America, as you know it, is going to be great. It is not. It's in no shape, form, or fashion. In no shape, form, or fashion. It's I don't see how nobody can sit and think this. But when you're not in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, you have a different outlook. You view the things that is running through this earth from a worldly vision. A worldly vision. You don't look at things on a spiritual aspect. You will sit and say to yourself, well, this right here is not happening to me. This hasn't come in my household. It hasn't happened to none of my loved ones. So you don't really, you would just close the door behind you and say, well, it's not me. But you got to sit and say to yourself, America, as you know it, is going to war. So you got to say to yourself, what am I going to do? What are you going to do? The same way that you can look at the news and you see things going over here, and you might sit, if you are so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, we are the most compassionate people that ever lived, ever walked the face of this earth. So you will have compassion if you look and you see cities that have them been destroyed, how they gonna get back right, how they gonna, come out of this. You will have compassion. But in the same token, you have to sit and say to yourself, even if you were just for a second, say this here to yourself for a second. What if this happens here on American soil? Am I prepared? Am I really prepared for what's going on? Or am I too busy being caught up in the things that is of this world? People panic behind a rainstorm. People panic behind if a hurricane coming, if it rains. If they say it's gonna rain real bad, food coming off the shelf, this and that, the third. But you really have to say to yourself, if a war breaks out on American soil, am I really prepared? Am I really prepared? And don't even kid yourself. Don't say to yourself, this is not coming to America. America is like greatest country on the face of this earth. The Most High is a man of war. The Most High is behind these wars. Here in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter, the ISUBK have been talking about World War III since 1969. And it's right around the corner, America. It is right around the corner. Here in the ISUBK, we have been prepared. Because we have been talking about it since 1969. We look at people, we look at people that are outside of the ISUBK. Y'all still doing the things that y'all have been doing. Y'all still talking about y'all partying, y'all still going out, y'all still doing worldly things. Y'all are still doing worldly things. Y'all are still doing worldly things. Y'all are not, y'all can't be prepared. And you have to sit and you have to say to yourself, for white supremacy, for those people that have underground bunkers, they have been storing up food, they have been doing this and they have been doing that. You have to say to yourself, why are these, why are they going about, are they so adamant at doing such things? You have white supremacy, you have people that have done studied the Bible, they have, it's no different than you take Christopher Columbus. When he read the Apocrypha, he knew he read the Apocrypha and knew where to go and capture slaves. He knew where to go and capture Israelites. So it's no different than you have white supremacy that have been stored up food, they have been stored up water, they have tents, they have bunkers. They are prepared. And I'm not saying that I'm in their houses, but just as well as I seen it on the TV, before I came into the truth, they have been displayed that. They have been displayed it. And you know, they make it look like it's a trend. They make it look real pleasing to the naked eye, like, you know, like I got money, I could do this, you know. But as quiet as kept, you have white supremacy that have been read about World War III. So by them parading it on TV, they would make it look different to the viewers. They would make it look like, yo, it's just, you know, something to do because I have money. But in all actuality, they know about World War III. They have been read about World War III. Well, God's chosen people. For the ones that are not in the ISUBK, you have to get yourself together. You're going to have to stop doing the things that is of this world. You is going to have to stop and let the things that is of this world go. You got to stop worrying about going, getting some clothes to go to a club. You got to stop thinking about you trying to look good just to come out the house. Stop talking about you turning up for your birthday. Stop talking about you turning up for your kid's birthday. Stop sitting around with all the gossiping, this and that. You have to let the things that is of this world go. Now it's time for you to stand up and be accounted for. Now it's time for you to get your mind right, get your spirit right, get your spirit right. Just back here a few months ago, people was almost lost it when they thought that TikTok was getting off the air, whatever. You know, imagine you going without the internet. For for all those that are watching, I thank y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. But I'm gonna give y'all something to think about. For everybody that is stuck on their phones, imagine going without your phone for 30 days. Imagine and I'm gonna just put that out there. Imagine you going without your phone for 30 days. The phone was never a thing for me. I always said that it was like a tracking device. One of my daughters, I had to. She was on her way coming into this world. That's why I got a cell phone. I was always a payphone. I was a payphone junkie. Kept quarters. I use your phone. But I just cell phone wasn't my thing. Cell phone was still ain't my thing to this day. Like if the cell phone shut off, I'm all right. I'm all right. I see you when I see you. I ain't trying to sound crazy or nothing like that, but just imagine cell phone get cut off. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm gonna tell you something. They be showing if you have a Facebook page or Twitter. I'm saying Twitter. Wow, I'm talking old school. uh, TikTok. I really don't know. I'll be the first to say I'm not that advanced with what's been going on, but I scroll through Facebook, but I be seeing they be having like the two-way radios. Some of them don't have batteries. I think you can I want to say probably run off like sunlight, something like that, solar panels on it. But I seen one that really caught my attention. Like I think you could be in New York and talk to somebody in California, something like that. I think the range on it is like it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's something that you should look into. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Something that you should look into because one day we're gonna be without the internet. We're gonna be without electricity. Things that you're gonna have to stock up on that you thought that you would never have to stock up on. You're gonna have to learn to eat one meal a day. Set aside for you training your body, you're gonna have to train your mind. You're gonna have to train your mind. You're gonna have to condition your mind in order to condition your body. Right now, I'll make a suggestion for all those that's watching. You go to a bookstore, they have books that will enlighten you on how to live off the land. Tell you like certain bugs that you can eat that will give you protein. Certain books that will show you how to turn like muddy water, like filter it out. Show you how to do tents. It's more so like survival books, and that's something that you should have. I used to have, but I was in the world and kind of lost them. But I'm getting ready to go get them. I'm trying to get that by this weekend or so. But it's things that you need to stock up on. Like if you don't have, because waiting till the last minute, you will find yourself. You will find yourself in a grocery store fighting somebody over simple stuff as paper plates, plastic forks, cups, because people here on American soil, they do panic. Y'all think about this for a second. If they say that it's going to be a bad rainstorm, people have then went and cleared the shelves just off of toilet tissue alone. Just off of toilet tissue alone. And the Christianity, they is not going to tell you about World War III. They haven't been telling you nothing, the things that is of the Most High. They have been lied on the Most High since Christianity started. Christianity had, so why would they change up now? Why would they change up now? Their main focus is to keep the dollar, keep that in rotation. They is not going, they not. They're not going to come forth and tell you, they not. And to give you some insight, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna give you some precepts, some things that is touching about World War III. Because World War III is in the Bible. It's a lot. When I was in the world, if you'd have told me that World War III was in the Bible, I'd have looked at you like, what? But I have learned so much thus this far by being in the ISUPK and the Commanding Junior Hunter. When I say I have learned so much, you couldn't have never. I'm going to believe it. But seeing is believing, though. Seeing is believing. And that's why I get it now. But when I first came into the ISUPK, I was like, why people don't get what I'm getting? And then one of my brothers told me, they say that the reason that the people that you want to get it is not getting it because the Most High is not dealing with them. They say the Most High put his spirit on you. And not just you alone, but one of my brothers was just, me and him, we were just having a one-on-one conversation. So that's how he put it in that perspective. Like, the Most High is dealing with you. That's why for the people that you want to receive it, the reason they're not receiving it because the Most High is not dealing with them. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I better understood it. I better understood it. But we had some times that our people, you got to come up out that sleep. You have to come up out that sleep because World War III is at hand. It is at hand. There's no getting around this. This is like biblical prophecy. This is biblical prophecy. And like the Most High said it best, how he sent out his words, and his words don't come back void, kind of paraphrasing. But they don't. But to the listening audience, if you have a question, your question will get answered. If it don't get answered tonight, it will get answered. I promise you, it will get answered. It will. So like, press it. You give me that one. The what? But once again, time for you to come up, time to stand up strong and come up out this sleep. Come up out this sleep. You cannot slumber. You got to leave the things that is of this world. You have to leave that behind. You have to leave that behind. You have to leave that behind. You have to leave it behind. I just heard on the way coming to school, a brother I knew. I've been knowing this brother for years. I mean, years. And I can say this, but I'm not gonna say his name. And it's sad. The brother just came home from doing almost 30 years. He fell up under that like some states got like the 3-strike law. So he was on his 3rd strike. Really, it was more than 3, but when they caught up with him, because he kept catching little drug cases, but when they caught up with him, he had I think about like 4 or 5 drug cases. But they just went ahead, and plus he had like some previous ones. But he was on some suicide type. He just kept catching cases. But when they caught up with him, all right, we're gonna give you this little 3-strike. Well, anyway, brother just came home. I don't even think that brother been home about a good month. But this brother's almost like right at 60. And it was said that he is back hustling. This brother been down for I think about 27, 28 years. I mean, you done did 27, 28 summers, and you back on the street. You know, person I was talking to, I told him, I say for all that, he might as well have stayed in. If you came out here to do that. But this goes to show you that, like I said in Proverbs, it says, as a dog will return back to his vomit, so a fool will return back to his foolishness. And so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the ones that are not in tune. And when I say in tune, you are not in the ISBK under Commander General Yohana. You are out here running a muck. You are doing the most. You doing the most. And I used to couldn't see it. I used to couldn't see it. I'm telling you, I used to couldn't see it. I used to couldn't see it. But being in the ISUBK, yeah, I see clearly now. I see clearly now, and even during these times, our peoples is going about like in the days of Noah. During these times right here, our peoples are running around like it was in the days of Noah. But I'm gonna share some. I'm gonna share some. I'm gonna share some precepts with you. I'm gonna go to Revelation 9. Revelation 9 and 12. Revelations chapter 9 and verse 12. It says, one woe is past. And the word woe means destruction, death. And behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. And that's why he's talking I remember somebody had told me that I couldn't show them in the Bible where it talks about World War One, two. And I told them, I said, I could do you better than that. I could show you 1, 2, and 3. A lot of us, we don't know, and I'm gonna say God chosen people, either we don't know or we just don't care. We don't know. We just don't care. It got to be one or the other. I don't think a person knows and just don't care. Like you have to be a special type of fool. I don't see you knowing and you just don't care. I don't get that. I don't see that. I don't see that. But I'm gonna go to I'm gonna show you World War III, Revelation 11 and chapter 14. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. They say the second woe is past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third woe cometh quickly. World War III is coming. There's no getting around that. They can sit and talk about, yo, they hollering about ceasefire. If you think back to when, like during the Russian Ukraine, everything was kind of like, shoot. But Israel and Iran, yo, they going at it. They're going at it. One night, it was, and Karyala showed this in class in scripture breakdown last week. They shot missiles for 9 hours. 9 hours. And they were doing all their missile firing at night. But can you imagine missiles being fired for 9 hours? That's like 8 hours. That's like a hour extra. That's like you at your slave. So like we call jobs in the ISUBK, we call them slaves, but that's what it is. But for the listening audience, your job. Imagine you being on your job for 8 hours and then you say you decide to do an extra hour. For that length of time, missiles are going back and forth in the sky. And then they doing it at night. Can you imagine being in a warfare and missiles is coming at night? And missiles is coming at night? Hey, things people do. Things people do. Let me tell you some more things. I got some more for you. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And you shouldn't be troubled. You're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You shouldn't be troubled. Because this is what it's going to take for us as a nation of people to come up out of the oppression, to come up out of the abuse, to come up out of the poverty. Because white supremacy, their kingdom is coming to an end. Their kingdom is coming to an end. So you shouldn't be troubled. And the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter, we pray for this. We pray for this. We pray for this. We ready for this kingdom to come to an end. This kingdom has to burn. It got to. It has to. It has to. Because white supremacy, they think that they gonna stay in rulership and keep doing what they do, but little do they know their kingdom is coming to an end. And some of them know that. Some of them do. They do know that. They do know that. Some of them, they do know that their kingdom is coming to an end. They do. That's why they do what they do. For the ones that have money, that's why they got the bunkers. That's why they didn't have stored up food. They didn't store the ammunition. They know. But little do they know, white supremacy, just as well as your kingdom coming to an end, you coming to an end right with your kingdom. You're going to try to fight. You're going to try, hey, it is said that America has the best military. We're going to see. But your military is not messing with the Most High. Because when that sky crack and Yahweh Shah comes back, the streets of America is going to be bathed in blood. It is going to be bathed in blood. It is. That's why it is high time for the mighty men to wake up. It is high time for the mighty men to wake up. It is. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man and woman, you should be talking to your kids. Tell them, especially men, talk to your wives. Tell them what's going on. Talk to your family. Talk to your kids. Let them know that World War III is coming to America and they should not be troubled by this. They should not be troubled. Like we are getting up out of slavery. We are coming out from being under oppression. You ain't got to worry about going through the things that we have been going through. You don't have to worry about suffering at the hands of our enemies. In order for us to obtain peace as Israelites, we're going to have to go to war. The Most High is going to have to set war in order for us to be at peace as a nation. As a nation. We're going to have to do away with these heathen nations. You're going to have to do away with these heathen nations. And the Most High going to keep a certain spirit on these heathen nations to whereas, yeah, they're going to try to make it seem like, ceasefire this, ceasefire that. Nah. This is biblical prophecy. War is coming to America. War is coming to America. War is coming to America. It is. There's nothing that nobody can do to stop it. It's nothing. Ain't no such thing as no ceasefire. See, like, stop. This is biblical prophecy. Like their wisdom is not nothing compared to the Most High. So it's not that. And then too, America, y'all have done so much. So you think that other countries don't want to go to war with y'all? It's countries that want to get back at America so bad till at a time like this, I feel like whatever country do side with each other, yeah, they're gonna gang up on America. They will. They will. If the opportunity presented itself and the right move was made, yeah, these people, they will. But a ceasefire is not gonna stop World War III. It's not. It's a biblical prophecy. It's no getting around that. There's no getting around that. So I'm gonna give you some more. Joel, Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. It's a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. They have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So in the midst of this, it's gonna be a day of darkness. We're gonna be without lights, it's gonna be without water, no more internet. How you look at the world if say 5 years ago, if you of age, America was flourishing, running, running according to how white supremacy was running it. In the blink of an eye, when WW3 touched America, it's it ain't gonna be no coming back from that. You're not gonna be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. America's gonna have to be rebuilt. America is going to come to ruins. It ain't gonna be no more white supremacy. It ain't gonna be no more oppression. It ain't gonna be one nation of people going up against another nation of people and overpowering them. That's over with. That's why it's a must that this war has to take place. That's why it's a must that this war has to take place. White supremacy is going to fall. I don't care how great of an army you think that they have or how great of an army they think that they have. America is not going to win this war. America is not going to win this war. I don't care what no talk show host says. I don't care what no podcast says. America is not going to win this war. It's not nothing that nobody can pull up and gonna say that it is better info than what the Most High said. It's not. The Most High said the third woe coming quickly. He says it's coming quickly. Plus, the Most High said He's gonna gather all nations. He's going to gather all nations. And I'm gonna give you some info on that. When you look at Joel chapter 3, and you go to I'm gonna start at verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat is over by Israel. It's over by Israel. So this is where the Most High is going to bring all nations. And Jehoshaphat means the land of decision. And this is going to be orchestrated by the Most High. This is going to be orchestrated by the Most High. He said, into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. Even though he is going to gather all nations, he is going to deal with his people, his heritage, Israel. He is not dealing with all other nations according to how other people want to sit and say how it's going to go down. Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. The Most High is going to bring us back together. No matter what, there's no getting around that. There's no getting around that because the God chosen people, we have been scattered to all four corners of this earth. We have been scattered to all four corners of this earth. So it's nobody that is not going to sit and say that, okay, something else going to happen different. And this right here is up and coming future prophecy. Verse 4, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? Man, the Most High is asking a question. Will you plead? Will you plead? Like, will you show some sympathy for the things that you have done, for the acts of violence, the crimes? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Everybody has stolen from God's chosen people. Everybody. Everybody has stolen from God's chosen people. I mean, not only have the other nations have stolen from us, the other nations have stolen us. Verse 6, it says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their borders. And y'all have. When y'all took us from out of our own land. Y'all forced us really out of our own land due to y'all was trying to unalive us. So we ran to the west coast of Africa, even though that we was being disobedient to the Most High. Still yet, y'all came and y'all did whatever it is that y'all wanted to do with us. These other nations, y'all have did the most. But the one nation that tops out of all 17 is them Edomites. Esau, it ain't a nation on the face of the earth like you. Verse 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. Yes. Like it says in the scripture, I don't know, I can't say the book and the chapter, but I know it says this here. You for the reward of your hands, you shall get the reward of your hands. I'm kind of paraphrasing when I say it. They say be, and plus another one, it says be not deceived. Whatsoever man sows, so shall he reap. Salakia. So you got it coming to you. The Most High did not forget, because even the Most High gave rules on how to deal with slaves. Like I said, Out of all these 17 nations, Esau, y'all took it somewhere where it shouldn't have never went. When white supremacy took God's chosen people into slavery, y'all took slavery to a whole nother level. Y'all took it to a whole nother level. Verse 8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Syrians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. You're going to get a reward of your hands. Just like y'all sold us when it's our turn, and our turn is coming. Because when you look at Revelation 13 and 10, says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Same way y'all sold us, y'all getting sold too. So verse 9, it say, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And this is telling you to prepare for war. This is telling you to prepare for what is up and coming also. To almighty men, you have to prepare for war. Even if, when I say you have to prepare for war, you have to hold your family down. It's nice that you're going to have to sit up when there ain't really nothing going on. Say lights get cut off, there ain't no water, nothing like that. You're going to be having people ravishing other houses. You're going to be having people looking for places to stay, food to eat. So that's going to be like a war within itself too. You're going to have to defend where you live. You're going to have to. You're going to have to. It's no getting around that. It is no getting around that. Because you're going to have people that are going to use the fact that they don't have no lights, no water, and they're going to try to use that to their advantage. They're going to try to use that to say, okay, ain't nothing really going on, so let me make something happen. People that's having grudges against people, they're going to be going out unaliving. Things are going to be taken that really don't even have no sense in taking. Like, just going to take it just to take it. Verse 10, it say, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Talking about you making weapons. You making weapons out of things that you probably been using in farming or just in your everyday work. You're going to have to make weapons. And you're going to have to say that you're strong. You're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to stand up and be strong. You're going to have to stand up and be accounted for. When World War III comes to America, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, you're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to stand up and you're going to have to defend what is yours. You're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to take on a certain type of spirit. You're going to have a man spirit on you. You're going to have to take on a warlike spirit. You're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to say to yourself, man, the time is now. The time is now. Verse 11, assemble yourselves, come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together, round about, thither, cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round and about. for the things that white supremacy has done, along with other nations, y'all gonna get judged accordingly. Y'all are going to get judged accordingly. There's no getting around that. There is no getting around that. Let Christianity tell you, the Most High don't hate. The Most High don't have no type of hate in him. He don't, they'll paint a picture and have you thinking that the Most High has love for pedophiles. Like the Most High loves homosexuality, lesbianism. Like, it's crazy. Like the Most High is going to judge, and he is going to judge righteously. He is going to judge righteously. So I'm going to go to verse 14. It says, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decisions. They say the Lord also shall roar, Salaki, skipping a verse. Verse 15. They say the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yes, the moon is going to be dark, and the sun is going to withdraw their light. It is going to be so much chaos. It is going to be so much going on. This earth is going to burn. You have to get prepared. You have to. If a person can go underground, you have to go there. You have to go, because these other countries, just as well as America has nuke bombs, other countries have nuke bombs. So, you have to get yourself prepared. You have to, if you can go underground and find shelter and really, really prepare yourself, that'd be a good thing. And if you can hide until Christ returns, and if you are one of the chosen, Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. But this is my thing. Just don't think that you can do this alone. Do not think that you can do this alone. But it is going to be so much chaos. That's why it is important. If you are not in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter, you have to get here. You have to get here. And just like Junior Hunter said, these seats are going to be filled. He said if you are in classes and you are talking to the camera, he said just know that these classes is going to be so packed because people are going to be coming from all over. Because you're gonna have to accept the fact that the ISUPK has been teaching the truth since 1969. The ISUPK has been teaching the truth since 1969. What a lot of people don't realize, and I'm talking to God's chosen people right now, for the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native American man and woman, even kids that have understanding. If you reject this truth, you reject the Most High. You are rejecting the Most High. You are rejecting the Most High. I mean, I know that some people, it'll take you to go through something for you to really get it. But Christianity ain't where it's at. Christianity is not telling you about World War III. Christianity is not telling you how to prepare yourself. Christianity, you can't, nah. Look at what happened with COVID. They was locking the church doors. They was locking the doors, wasn't even letting people come in. Wasn't like, how can you rely on people like that? How can you rely on something like that? I mean, for real, for real. If they lock the doors during a time like that, what you think will go down when World War III come around? They're gonna be for themselves. You saw what they did when they locked the doors. That was for self. It wasn't communicating with the people. It wasn't communicating with nobody in the community. And that's a lot of doors to lock too. All them trap houses Christianity own. That's a lot of doors to lock. They have churches upon churches upon churches. That's a lot of doors to lock. You mean to tell me all them churches that run throughout the United States, from north, south, from east to west? Man, that's pitiful. That is so pitiful. That is pitiful. I mean, y'all locking the doors at a time like that when the people needed y'all. So I can imagine when World War III hit, ain't no way the door be open. Only way the door be open, somebody kick it in. And it's gonna be some people that's gonna break in. In dire situations, man, when they call for that, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. But some people feel like they're gonna be safe in the church. But I mean, we could take I'm gonna show you how Christianity on a broader scale looks like. Take World War III off the table. Take COVID off the table. If you think Christianity's safe, look at what them Catholics have been doing to them little boys for years. If you think Christianity's safe, look at how homosexuality, select. Look at how homosexual, I can't even pronounce the word right. Look at how homosexuality has ran through, I might be mispronouncing the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. How it ran so rapid through Christianity and how so many people has died from that. If you think going in the Christian church is safe, it's not. It is not. Because the same thing that goes on out in the world is going on in Christianity. So if the world is not safe, Christianity is not safe. Christianity is not safe. It's not a safe place to run to. It's not a safe place to run to. And the only reason they let you in their doors because they think that you have money. The minute they find out that you don't have no money, you ain't be giving up money because guess what? Them ladies that be passing out them collection plates, they be telling on you. They be telling on you. So if you ain't got no money to pass around in them plates, I done seen it go down. I done seen them tell on the people and seen them bypass. Like, they gonna find a way to get you up out of there. But running up in there in a time of need, you can't. It's not a safe place to go. It's not a safe place to go. But I'm gonna tell you a place that is safe to go to. The ISUPK and the Commander General Honor. I'm talking about a righteous leadership. A righteous leadership. a righteous leadership. I'm talking about something that the Most High has put together. You got to take a look. Christianity is done with. They can't even help themselves, so how they gonna help you? Christianity is a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. If you believe in Christianity, then you believe in mermaids. You believe in that little Tinkerbell, the little Disney thing when she tapped the little wand and all of that. Like you believe that I could walk on air. If you believe in Christianity, I mean that's a joke, man. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it like it's just a whole bunch of trap houses. But you got to think outside the box. You have to. You have to. There's things that you have to, you got to be on some survival right now. It says in the scripture, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. The same shall be saved. So you have to endure until the end. When that sky cracks, but let me give you some more. Verse 16, it said, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice for Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of his children of Israel. He only dealing with Israel. He only dealing with Israelites. All that grafted in and all that. No, no, no. Verse 17. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem shall be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Wow. So now you got to ask yourself, who are these strangers? Because I don't think that everybody's getting grafted in according to Christianity. Verse 19, it says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a Salaki. And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Uh-oh. I don't think Egypt and Edom don't sound like they getting grafted in. They say for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. And yes, they did do that, and they still doing it until this day. Especially Edomites. White supremacy. Y'all have done unalive so much. Y'all used to unalive yourselves. Y'all used to unalive yourselves at alarming rate too. Because that's all y'all know. But now, when white supremacy came and took us into slavery, this and that and the third, I mean, that's all y'all know. That's all y'all can do. But notice here, when y'all go into slavery, especially when it comes to me, I can't even say you better hope the Lord with you. I'm not even gonna feel bad for you. I'm not. I just ain't gonna be good for you. It's not. It's not gonna be good for you. I mean, you're gonna be in slavery forever. That's a beautiful thing. You're gonna be in forever. Forever. Verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. Look here. But let me say this here. White supremacy know what is up. That's why they going hard, and they gonna go harder. To my Israelite brothers and sisters, you gotta. It's like your head gotta be on a swivel with these people coming up, and your head gotta be on a swivel with white supremacy now. Cause white supremacy, they are going to turn up. You think they are turned up now? They are going to turn up with like each and every passing day. With each and every passing day, they are going to turn up because they know what's in store for them. That's why it is a must. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American, man, woman, and child, you have to come into this truth. You have to come into this truth. You cannot do this by yourself. You can't. I mean, you got to come to the realization that things that you have been doing hasn't really gotten you this far. You know, somewhere along the line, you got to say to yourself, man, there is a God. There is a God. Like, you got to look back and look at the things that you was going through, that you still kind of going through. And, you know, like, you made it this far. You get out, like, all that cockiness, like, yo, I did this. It was me. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. So, you know, with that being said, what's wrong with coming and being amongst your people? Yo, this is the best. I have some brothers and sisters in this truth. Like, I'll never forget the words of General Muhammad when he told me, he said that, he said, warrior, he said, you got some brothers and you got some sisters that will never leave you. Will never leave you. I gotta give a shout out, man, because I'm thinking about this right now, man. I gotta give a shout out, man. My brother and my sister, man, the shock, and Nadia. Salaki sis. Any little event that we be having, uh, man, my man Akariala, Yarakaya, the Rocky, hey, any little event that we do be having, they will pop up. They will. I don't care if we fixing sandwiches and drinking juice. If we invite them to something, they come through. They come through, and it don't be no. And when it's all over said and done, I'm talking, we be having fun at it. It's like we convert. We be having so much fun. It's like we go back to the childhood days, like in the summertime when you done played outside all night, all night, and then your parents look at you, they say, look, you done played, you ain't gonna do it, nah, you ain't gonna do that tomorrow. But it's well worth it. And I say that to say this. I never seen nothing like this, nothing but in the ISUPK. When I say a real brotherhood, a real sisterhood, there ain't nobody arguing. That be the farthest thing that be from our mind. Like we be having so much fun till I don't. Only thing I can say is for those that are not here in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter, the Most High is not dealing with you. The Most High is not dealing with you. And this is where you need to be. This is where you need to be because you know deep down inside, it's people that you are dealing with that's in the world, you know deep down inside you really can't call on them. You know you can't. Even down to some family members. But here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, this family here, this family here is like no other. It's like no other. But, you know, it's not like you can't come in the ISUPK. Lord willing, we'll be waiting on you. We'll be waiting on you. We'll be waiting on you. Verse 21. So I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion. So I was giving you a little bit of insight of things that will be going on when it comes down to World War III. When it comes down to World War III, you know, it's no, it's no getting around that. You know, you really have to sit and say to yourself, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You need to take a look at what is going on around you. And you really have to say to yourself, man, I got to really prepare myself. I really have to prepare myself. And in this high time that for sisters uh that don't have a man, and you sit here talking about I don't need no man, you got to get out from up under that spirit. You're gonna need some help. Because in a time of war, set aside from having casualties, other nations take prisoners. Other nations take prisoners. They take prisoners. And for all you sisters that are walking around here, got your little cheeks hanging out and all that, it's time for you to cover yourself, sis. It's time for you to cover yourself. You can't stand to be raped on a constant basis. During wartime, other nations kidnap, take the woman, and repeatedly rape. Set aside from them taking other things, they take women too now. They take women. So you sisters, dress up. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Your body should be for your husband. Your body shouldn't be like a billboard for every man to see and for that man to say the right thing and he done got your attention and now it's no respect there. There's no respect there. Because if you give her your cookies that quick, he gonna look at you like this right here. If you gave it to me that quick, what would you do with the next dude that come along? So, especially at a time like now, war is going on. So why is you out, dressing like that? That's just like for you brothers too. You gotta stand up. Now ain't the time for you to be out selling drugs. Now ain't the time for you to be crawling through windows. Now ain't the time for you to be now ain't the time, especially this. Now ain't the time for you to be having beef with your brother. That's not. Now ain't the time for you. Now is the time for you to start storing things up. Now is the time for you to really take a look around you and really see what's going on around you. But we're not gonna do that. All right. I'm gonna give you some more. Even during this time right here, there's nothing wrong with you hiding yourself. There's nothing wrong with you hiding yourself. Because by you hiding yourself, because when this war comes, it's gonna come quickly. It's gonna happen quickly. It's gonna happen quickly. And if you survive, then now you gotta fend for yourself. And when I say fend for yourself, You gotta get water. You're gonna have to get food. You're gonna need shelter. It's really things that you really gonna need that you probably wouldn't have gave it a second thought, but you really gonna need it. So I'm gonna go to Isaiah 26, 26 and 20. He said, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed." So if you really can hide yourself, hide yourself. But like I say, it's gonna be over quickly. But it's gonna be a survival. It's gonna be a survival. I mean, it's really gonna be a survival. It's gonna be a survival till Christ comes back. When that sky crack, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be a beautiful thing because it is over for them. And when I say them, I'm talking about white supremacy. I'm talking about all other nations. All 17 nations. It is going to be over for you. But mainly, it's gonna be over for white supremacy. I mean, it is going to be over for white supremacy. But even in the midst of this is going to be some things that other nations are still going to be doing. When you go to Ezekiel, Ezekiel chapter 20, Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 32, "And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all, that ye say, we will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries to serve wood and stone." You shouldn't be indulging in Christianity. You shouldn't even be kneeling down talking about you praying, got a cross in front of you. During this time right here, just face the east. And that stone just goes out to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You call yourself a Muslim, you don't need to get down on your knees facing a rock. That rock is not going to do nothing for you. The rock hasn't done nothing since that rock been there. For all you Israelites that call yourself Muslims, riddle me this. What is the significance of that rock? What purpose does that rock serve? Somebody enlighten me. Please tell me that. Please tell me that. And during times like this is what y'all gonna be doing. If you're a Muslim, you're gonna call yourself talking about you making salat, this and that and third, and nothing has happened yet. Nothing. You're still gonna be talking about you're a Christian. You're still gonna be talking about Christianity at a time like this, and nothing has happened. I mean, nothing. Nothing has not happened yet. I have a little more. Matthew chapter 24. Hold up. Salak. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. Salak. They say, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." So you see now that nations are going up against other nations. even uh, America has done declared war. Ah man, I forgot that nation. Oh man, forgive me, Israel. I think Trump sent like about 3 missiles. Man, I have been listening to this so much. But Trump hasn't sent about like little 3 missiles, and I want to say the prime minister of some country said that Trump wasn't supposed to do that, and he did it. I'm kind of paraphrasing a little bit what the guy said. He said that Trump did it, and he said that Trump called for a ceasefire, but he said there ain't no ceasefire. Sure. Okay. I have some more for you. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37. They say, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So even but as the days of Noah were, and in the days of Noah, it was, like I said, it was chaos. It was, people marrying, people getting drunk, people doing this, people doing that. And the Son of Man came during that time because the Most High flooded the earth. And he flooded the earth because of the wickedness that was going on within this earth. Just like how the Son of Man is going to come again because of the things that has went on and the cries of God's chosen people have went up until the Most High. Have went up to the Most High, but you know, white supremacy, they only care about themselves, and really too much. They really don't care about themselves. It's just more so of a power thing. It's really about that. It's really about like, I have power. Nobody can touch me. I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. So, but that's why it is important. It is a must that this war takes place. It is. It is a must that this war takes place. Because if this war don't, these people gonna keep doing. These people gonna keep doing what they do. These people are going to keep doing what they do. But I say this to my Israelite brothers and sisters: it's high time that you wake up. It is high time you. I don't know no other way to say it. I don't know no other way to say it. Like I just sit and look at people, like when I be on my slave, I be hearing some guys say that it's no war coming to America. I just look at them and I haven't heard people say in passing, no war is coming to America. I don't see, I mean, I can a little bit see why people would say that due to the fact that the things that they are watching on TV, like TV ain't nothing but tell a lie vision, tell a lie to the vision. So it's I just thank the Most High for putting His Spirit on me, for real, because I was in this world lost. I was in this world lost. And World War III is at hand. I mean, World War III is so much at hand till there's no getting around that. And a lot of people are going to be unalive just off of the careless mistakes that you think that you know what you're doing when you don't know what you're doing. You don't. You know, you can't even lean unto your own understanding. The Most High said it best. You cannot lean unto your own understanding. Even the Most High said that, you know, how long you simple ones will you love simplicity? And I'm gonna get that real quick. That is powerful. Like if you look at Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 22, say, how long you simple ones will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. You hate knowledge. You hate knowledge. You hate the ISUPK. You think that you know everything and you don't. The ISUPK has been telling you the truth since 1969. Since 1969. And how can you go and believe another Hebrew Israelite group when the ISUPK been established since 1969? So you mean to tell me if the ISUPK been established since 1969, how can you believe somebody that just came out in 2000? Somebody please make that make sense. You mean to tell me that the ISUPK been established since 1969 and still running, still going strong, and somebody just come along out of nowhere in 2000 and talking about no, no, you couldn't even, no, it's no way. It's no way that you can, there's nothing that you can show me, there's nothing that you can tell me. And the ISUPK still been going since 1969, and you done came along way over like my 40 something years, like, and you talking about, huh? No, for all that, get in the truth. Coming to the ISUPK and the Commander General Honor. It shouldn't be no other Hebrew Israelite group out there. It shouldn't be. It's no, it shouldn't be. I- like there's no way y'all can convince me as long as General Yohana has been in this truth, and y'all just come. Man, I be looking at some of y'all, man, y'all look young. Y'all are not seasoned. And you think that you could tell me more than General Yohana? Man, come on, man. Nah, there's no way. There's no way that you can convince me that. There's no way. There is no way that you can convince me. There's nothing that you can tell me. And then just the crazy part. This is the ISUPK, 1969, under Commander Jimmy Hunt. These are all the Hebrew Israelite groups. Dun, 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 dun. 1969, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago. Huh? All of y'all over here, it, it be mind-boggling. That's why it is said that the ISUBK under Commander General Hunter is home of the truth. It's home of the truth. All y'all other Hebrew Israelite groups, y'all just have a name. Y'all don't have nothing constructive to stand on. Hey, you know, that's why the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter still running, still growing rapidly. Still got that truth going. But I'm gonna give you one last scripture though, pertaining to what's going on with this World War III thing. And you really gotta say to yourself, you really gotta come out of this sleep. You really have to say to yourself. You really have to say to yourself. But before I say this here, I was talking to my sister-in-law, me and my real, and we was talking, we was kind of talking about World War III, how it's coming to America, this and that, third. And for all those that in the ISU became the community in Hannah, we all know how crazy Christianity is. We all know how crazy Christianity is. But this right here is crazy. This is crazy. Told my sister-in-law, I said, listen, I said, go to your pastor, man. Go to your preacher. Ask him when World War III comes, what plans do he have for his congregation? What plans do he have for the people that he is over? She was like, okay. She was like, run on, yeah. She was like, that's a good question. I never thought about it like that. I said, yeah, I said, go ask him. I said, if he looks at you and say, we're gonna pray about it, or I'm gonna get back with you or something like that, I said, it's time for you to come out of church. Before she can go ask him. I said it was probably about like a week later. Man got caught up with a lizard. And when I say a lizard, man got caught up with a homo dude. A homo dude. I was like, shit is crazy. Salaki. I was like, oh man. But that's some of the things of Christianity for you. That's some of the things of Christianity. But let me get to one last scripture. I'm gonna go to Job 38:3. And that's their makeup. That is their makeup when it comes down to Christianity, amongst other things. Job chapter 38 and verse 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man. It's time to stand up and be a man. It's time to stand up and be a man. It's time to stand up and be a man. A woman don't have no place in these up and coming days to tell her man this and that and the third. Because when it hit the fan, she gonna be like this, hey, baby, what we doing? All of that aggression, all of that back talking, all of that she was doing, all of that's out the window. Cause now the realization is getting ready to hit, it's getting ready to hit home. It's getting ready to hit hard. Like what's next? You ain't gonna be hearing no woman talking about sit down. You ain't gonna be hearing no all these women that you in the gym and you think your estrogen level is through the roof? Nah. You ain't never been in no war. You ain't never been in no war. You don't know what it's like to be seeing people unalive. You ain't never seen that. You ain't never been through that. You have never been through a World War III. That's why it is a must that you do what the Most High say do. If you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, gird up now thy loins like a man. Stand up and be a man. If you don't know how to do nothing else, man, pull your pants up, man. Tighten your belt, man. Bend down, tie your shoes, man. Stand straight up and be a man. Most I say, for I will demand of thee and answer thou me. Man, stand up and be a man, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Stand up and be a man, man, and take on this warlike spirit of the Most High, man. Hey, Israel, prepare yourself, Israel. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, Israel. And listen to the Most High. Listen to the Most High. Listen to the Most High. Listen to Yahweh Shah. Listen to General Hunter and the rest of the generals, all the way down to the captains. Every man that is teaching in this school, if you have an ear, listen. Listen. Because you're going to need some good sound instructions. You're going to need some good sound instructions. And Israel, with that being said, I'm going to give a courtesy salute to my brothers, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbat, to my sisters, Yahweh Shemar, Alatham, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shah. Class dismissed.